can't tell, bro.
Lights on, mic check. Game time, let's go. Jay George, Scotty running the show. Rock on the mix, keeping it tight. NFL talk every day, every night. From the turf to the booth, we break it all down. The Vault Studio, the best show in town. Show in town, let's show in town, let's show in town. Lights on, mic check. Game time, let's go. Jay George, Scotty running the show. Rock on the mix, keeping it tight. NFL talk every day.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Vault Studio NFL podcast. I am one of your incredibly handsome and well-endowed hosts, James Arthur, and I'm
we just
also
lying to the
a
people?
known liar.
Pop the brakes there, big boy.
I'm joined by the big Spanakopita,
Oh, there it is.
Bisons for the boys, and big Scotty over there. Scotty, you can't flex your legs; you'll show too much skin. Okay, so
I do have the short shorts on, just so.
also just so you guys know, there isn't an extra light on Scotty tonight. He is severely sunburnt.
Yeah, the sun won in this round. I'll get one back. Don't worry about that. I'll punch a hole in the sun.
I reckon he's absorbed that much UV ray today. He's going to turn into a mutant overnight.
Yeah, it was pretty. It's pretty full on.
That UV just came out of nowhere. I had no idea it was at 10 today. So
I think the scariest part is that we all know each other so well that the second you walked in a slight tint different to what you normally are, we're
Yeah.
like, are you dying?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
I thought he was just hot and flustered from seeing the gun show.
From
Oh,
the
what
pipes.
Yeah, I can't blame him.
Pipe show. There's a few pipes. Oh, hold on a second. I'll do it. No.
Ladies.
Let's give a shout out to our beautiful sponsors at the Sporting
Amen.
Globe Churnside Park. Dave and Eloise down there. Make sure download the app, go to the sponsorship part and change it to the Vault Studio NFL podcast, and then get down there, buy a meal, do all the right things. Do it.
Amen. Do it.
Yep.
Yep.
Do it. I'll come and find you.
spend your money
Spend all your money at the Sporting Globe.
at both. Spend it at both.
Very true. Bit of a loaded show tonight. Obviously, the socials. Also, shout out to Tommy. He's prepared all of it again for us.
Mate.
He's got every drop ready, everything up there ready to go,
Of
like
course
a
he does. I'd
like
expect no less from
like a
such
true weapon. Follow us on all our social medias: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Get after them.
Can you all follow? Can you all comment, please? I'm bored. I want to fight with people in the comments. Just comment, please.
Yeah, even Jules has been so soft lately. He's not giving us one comment.
So he's just happy. His pats are going to be the one seed.
I think he's just scared that he knows that they're soft schedule merchants.
Schedule merchants.
And he
He
just
actually
knows.
did mention that a lot
Yeah,
on Sunday.
So we had our past players reunion day at the club rooms on Sunday night. It was
Quiet
Sunday. Yeah, it was quiet. Nothing much went on.
I'm glad I didn't come.
It was exactly what you expected it to be, and I think I'm still feeling it on Wednesday night. So it was a good day though.
You're getting older now, man.
I am getting older. That's scary.
Father Time's undefeated.
Well, yeah, it is. That's true. That's true. I was going to make a Futurama joke, but yeah, you're right.
Boys, we had some games this week.
Absolutely, some bangers.
We had some bangers this week, man.
And
and
you're the
some not so good bangers.
defensive bangers too.
And I like that.
How good is it? Like, if you like football, you love a defensive game.
Absolutely.
I truly, when people complain because a game's defensive and they're like, "Oh, this is
Oh, it's
boring,"
boring. You don't know ball.
you actually don't. You don't actually enjoy football. You enjoy watching guys run fast into an end zone.
You like highlights,
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
and good on you.
And like,
because
the NFL is not really like a highlight league, I don't think. Like,
Oh no, it definitely can be. It can be a highlight league. Because if you watch like the 5-minute recaps of the games or something like that, and you see a 60-yard bomb for a touchdown, you're like, oh, that's cool. But I love seeing fucking 3 series of 3 and outs and
Yeah.
like the pressure's building
oh,
on
just
a
watch the
team.
Eagles, man. We're 3 and out Kings.
yeah,
Mate, not only 3-0 Kings, 4-0 Kings actually as well.
Amen.
Yeah, there was some really good games. Let's start with a couple of them. This was not the best game of the week, but Dolphins put another loss in the Washington's category with a win in Spain.
I'm so happy Washington is shit. I'm so happy we were right.
I'm just, the only reason I'm happy is because when we all said, this is probably the one thing we can collectively claim because we were all 100% on the same board, like on board with this,
Fast as well.
and never blinked from it. I'm satisfied because the shit we copped from the one Washington fan in the world, in Australia,
yeah.
like the shit we copped from the
Gone
fans,
quiet now.
the way the media drummed them in America all preseason,
They definitely did.
and then you can say, oh well, you know, Jaden Daniels got hurt. It's like, again, we predicted he
Yeah.
would because he's slight, and this
Yeah.
is, and the way he plays isn't going to work in the NFL, and he got away with it at times last
He
year.
weighs 48 kilos. Like
100%. And then adding these veteran guys that don't play often and are hurt. And then even the Terry McLaurin signing, that's an awful extension now because he's barely played this year.
Yep.
And he's going to be 31 next year when the season starts, and he's 3 years just kicks in then.
Yeah,
Yep.
and you're paying him $30 million.
So they've hamstrung themselves. And I think the reason we're also, I don't know, I think happy is the right word, but satisfied is because it's probably the one thing we're all on board with together.
As a Philly fan, I'm happy because it means they're going to be shit.
As a Cowboys fan, I'm wrapped too.
Yeah.
I think they've made
We're going
awful
to
decisions.
talk about that Cowboys. After watching the game, I've got to take on the Cowboys.
We'll talk about them later.
Yep.
They're coming up later. But this guy, again, Dolphins,
Just doing enough.
well done to McDaniels.
Yeah.
Because the sky was falling.
Yep.
And I think he's not only convinced a lot of people that he's the right man for the job going forward, but he's also obviously convinced the organization because they fired the GM and not him.
Yeah.
And if they were really out and wanted to blow the whole thing up and restart it, they would just got rid of both of them because that's what NFL teams do when they've had enough.
100%.
They move them out together and then bring them in
usually
together.
the coach goes first and then
100%.
the GM.
And the
Can
GM
I
at the end of the
take
year
a little
gets
victory lap on this one? Because I know that I had McDaniels early in the season as the coach fired, but
Well,
as the season,
so I've got no leg to stand on.
as the season
He might win coach of the year, by the way.
that's a huge backflip.
Yeah.
No, but as the season's progressed, I've seen like enough. I'm like, he's good. You just keep him on board. He cops a lot of shit for the way he talks and all that sort of stuff. But you never feel like he hasn't been given enough. And he's probably overachieved with what he's got.
Yeah.
And I think he's got a couple of runs on the board.
That first season and a bit when everyone was healthy and playing well, like the Dolphins looked good. They were putting up points and they were, winning games. Like,
Yeah.
It's kind of just like the wheels have kind of like fallen off a little bit. But because a part of it is like, you're signing guys to dumb contracts and this and that, the other.
Yeah,
I
but
think
it's not his fault.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's
why the GM's
out of
gone.
his control.
Yeah.
So probably the right guy got fired is kind of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately. But as I said, this was no barn burner of a game. It was a 3-point win in overtime. Both teams tried as hard as they could to lose it at the end of. Did you see the Dolphins went for it on 4th down before overtime and then gave them an opportunity to watch them do field goal and then they missed.
Yeah.
And it's not the best football you ever watched, but I think it was worth talking about. One, because I think it was the first game in Spain ever, which is pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Yeah.
And
Was it?
I think
Did
it
they
was.
have a game last year?
I might be wrong. By the way, it was in Spain.
You
which is
could,
pretty
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
And
I don't know.
I just think the way McDaniels is carrying himself down the stretch of this season, I think he's earned the right to have another crack next year.
Oh, he'll definitely be back next year.
He's on a short leash. But
I was about to
think
say
he's
he'll
earned
start the
right.
season on the hot seat, but
Yeah.
I'll
He's
be
earned
very,
himself the
very
right.
surprised if he doesn't come back. Very
Yeah.
surprised.
And Tua's shut some people up as well. Not that he's playing amazing, but I think in this game, no turnovers again. They ran the ball well. Last week they beat the Bills. He played very well.
Yep.
He's been hot and cold, but I think when Tua at his best is a starting quarterback in the NFL.
Anyone that says he's not a starter doesn't know what they're talking about.
I
He's a
truly
starting
believe
quarterback.
if you've thrown for 5,000 yards before, other than Jameis Winston, you're a starter in the NFL.
No.
And he's probably the rarest case in
well,
the history of the
Jameis
NFL.
Winston started this week.
He did start this week, which was
almost beat the Packers too. We'll talk about
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. All right, let's go to one of the best games of the week. MVP Allen turns it on against the Bucks as they get the win. What a fourth quarter from him.
Second half.
Second half. In fairness.
This game was, I think there was 9 lead changes before the Bills finally put them away
It
by
was
2
really,
scores.
real arm wrestle.
Yeah.
44-32. This was a game you won in the playoffs, but I don't think, obviously, we'd have to see it in the Super Bowl, and I don't think both these teams can make the Super Bowl. I think Bills probably can more than the Bucks, but
Not without the 1 seed.
no, it's going to be tough because we'll talk Patriots soon. They got we talked them. They were the Thursday night game last week, so they got the win. So they're just keeping in front, and the schedule's obviously incredibly favorable for them. But the Bills could end up being one of the best 5 seeds we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Which is realistic. And they're probably going to be a 5 seed just the way the schedule works out. But I just think Allen 6 touchdowns. If you score 6 touchdowns in a game, you're doing something right. And I feel like I saw him interviewed before the game, and I thought to myself, Bucks are in a little bit of strife here. He looks incredibly switched on.
Seems like he's hit fuck you mode.
Yeah, and then after the game, very, very balanced and not over the top. And he was like, "This was a great win, but it's now the bar. Like we can't then drop next week. It's now the bar we have to be like." And he said, "We're going to catch someone."
It's been an up and down year for them too.
Yeah.
I think his exact words were, we won the first 4 games and we were the best team in the world. And then we lost 2 and we were the worst team in the world.
Yep.
Then we won 2 and we were the best team in the world again. And then we lost another one. And now He's like, so we just got to get that consistency, not get too high, not get too low, and just keep fighting it out.
Their issue hasn't been playing against good teams.
No, they play a lot of good teams.
They play well against good teams. Their issue is that they take the foot off the pedal on some of these bad teams. Like, they should beat the Patriots,
I agree.
especially at Buffalo.
Yep.
And they should be.
No, it's at Patriots. They lost to Buffalo.
That's what I don't know, previously. They should have beaten the Patriots. They're a more talented team than the Patriots, and at home they should beat the Patriots.
Yeah.
And especially earlier on in the season. And the Atlanta loss was a bad one. And they had another bad one.
The
Dolphins.
The
Dolphins. So on these lesser teams that they need more consistency, and they need to come out with that killer instinct with these bad teams and put them away early.
Bad teams against Miami, it should be 17-0 at quarter time and the game's over. That's how it should be. Like if you want to be a serious, contender, which is what they are.
Yep.
That's those bad teams is like you got to just whatever sniff they've got, just snuff it out immediately, and then just cruise to the victory. And then hopefully Allen is sitting in the fourth quarter in those games, not trying to lead a game-winning drive.
Yeah, I'd just say that the league parity. There's probably only like 4 really bad teams.
Well, Miami should be one of those teams that you should be snuffing out by halftime.
I don't think they are now. I don't think
they're not. I don't think they're quite that bad, but you should be beating them comfortably.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Fair. All right. Yeah. All right.
But they're certainly not. I don't think they're the Titans though. Or
fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good win. And in fairness to Baker, he played fairly well in this game.
He played great.
Yeah, I think like his numbers are underwhelming. But as I said, if you just look at a box score, it can give you a bit of a false idea of what happened. He made some good throws. They're undermanned still.
He had some very big throws in big moments of this game.
Yeah.
And he took advantage of some Bills turnovers and had some short fields and put some scores on the board and kept the scoreboard pressure on the Bills. But yeah, it was just that they just didn't have enough guys.
No, I think the Bucs need to get healthy soon. The good thing is they're going to win their division.
Will they?
I know. Well, we'll talk. Should we segue into the Panthers now then?
Brilliant segue.
Yeah.
Because this is unfortunately when I think I'm done with Bryce Young, he just drags me back in. And this week it wasn't just like a couple of good throws and a win over a division rival. It was a franchise record in yards.
Yeah.
He was fucking unreal. Like he was as close to perfect as I've seen a quarterback play all year.
Yeah.
Probably the last couple of years.
Put on a clinic.
So he was 31 of 45 for 448 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yep.
And a QB rating of 123. That's pretty impressive.
Like he was unreal. And you know what? And didn't actually start that hot. He did most of that in the 3 quarters after the.
Well, he went out injured. He tweaked his ankle, and then he came back in. Whatever they jabbed into his ankle, give him every week.
Yeah, like every quarter. Just juice him up,
load him up.
But he's. I just think like this is what makes me think that Bryce Young has got it, because crappy quarterbacks don't do that, right?
Yeah,
his inconsistency is the problem.
Yeah,
I understand that. His physical attributes are an issue as well.
Yep.
But Atlanta have been one of the best pass defenses in the league this year.
True.
And they're a division rival in Atlanta.
Yep.
And he treated them like second-class citizens and won his team this game.
Also, this game did go into overtime.
It did. But I think if you look at the teams player by player, I think it's not unfair to say that Atlanta are a more talented team. Much more is probably unfair. But they're pretty talented. They're a great pass defense, and I didn't think this was the team he'd be able to do that against. And he put them on his back in this game.
Yeah, I don't want to take anything away from Bryce Young, but we're talking this game up. If you didn't follow this game, we're talking this game up like they drummed them by 21 points. This game went into overtime. It was quite competitive the whole game.
Atlanta kind of jumped them. It was 21-10 at halftime.
And
I think Carolina scored on like the last drive of the half as well.
Yeah.
So it could have almost been 21-3 at halftime.
Yep.
And then
21-7.
21-7 at halftime. Sorry.
Yep.
And I think so. It was just this makes me think that Bryce Young's he's got something. He's got something.
He took the momentum and he controlled the game for the whole second half.
Yep.
And he just never put the ball in harm's way.
Yep.
And there was no throws that to receivers in tight windows or anything like that. He just gave it the defense. He just took what the defense gave him, stayed in control of the sticks.
Yep.
And just led drives to get your team back in the game and then to put the foot on the throat at the end. And it was just a very good game from him. And I think one thing while we're talking about the Panthers, we're starting to see a bit of an identity here.
Yep.
Which was missing at the start of the year.
Yep.
I think
and
Canales is starting to
Ted
mold.
McMillan's a big part of it too.
Oh, Ted McMillan's an absolute dog.
Yeah, he's really good. All this talk about does he really like football that much? I don't care if he likes football. He plays football really well.
Well, I think now
Well, you don't have to love your job to be good at it.
That's true.
I think if
Like
you're a
that-
professional athlete, that like if we want to like talk about like Ja Morant
Yeah.
in comparison, like that guy's there for the money. He's going to be in jail in 5 years' time.
Yeah.
He does not love basketball,
No, that's
but
fair.
like these, I feel like these guys
Yeah, but,
love
he's,
football.
but Ja Morant's still pretty good at basketball.
Doesn't but
he's
he's
Andy. Yeah, I think he goes all right.
not this year. I don't know, but like those shots on Ted McMillan were very early when we've got a rookie. It's a huge transition from
It is.
college to football to NFL, and especially as a receiver because the verbiage is so different and the reads and what the defense give you and all that's all different. And this is all starting to come along
the
with
coverages you're looking at and facing it, it's all like well more advanced than what
and you
college.
like the number one, like the 0.1% of athletes are on defense. Like,
Yeah.
Yep. Fair.
um,
yeah, they all play corner. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, all D end. Like,
Yeah.
so, but yeah, we're starting to see this identity where the passing game's starting to take off a little bit. McMillan's finding the right spots. Bryce is finding him in the right spots. They're building this rapport.
Enrico Daniels had a really good year, man.
He didn't
He got
have a
shut
great game
down,
in this one,
yeah.
but
As a
he is
gear.
hard as nails, man.
He's had a
Yeah.
really good year.
Yeah.
He doesn't
I
look like
him
a
lot.
big back when you're watching him, but he plays like a big back.
No, when I obviously watched him a lot at the Cowboys actually the last 4 years at the Cowboys a lot when he was a backup too as well.
Yeah.
He's an energizer bunny. Like
Yeah.
he plays with, I think when you're not the most physically gifted guy, and I'm not
Yes.
trying to say that he's not
He's a Pacheco mold of running
Yeah,
back.
like,
yes.
in the
yeah.
NFL, Rico Dowdle's not the most physically gifted guy on the field.
Yeah.
So he makes up to it with effort, smart. He's
Yeah.
very smart.
Mm.
He pass protects well. He does all the things right that makes teammates go, yeah, this guy is a dog. Like I want him on the field with me. And I think they're finding that bit of identity. I
Can we
think you're
scroll
right
down to the defense for
Yeah.
And just while you're doing that, just a callback to the previous game as well. So now they're 6-5, and that division is still wide open.
there. It is. They're half a game behind the Bucks.
Well, they got the Bucks twice.
Yep.
Coming up
Yeah,
to finish the year.
That's true.
that I will obviously decide the division.
Thanks, George.
Yeah.
That insight's why you're here.
Do you know what I like about you?
I said obviously, jerk.
You're
Like-
smart and handsome
Yeah. As that rolled out,
And I can bench more.
and jacked.
as that rolled out, I could just see you trying to grab it back in.
Thanks, bro. Kiss my ass.
Hey, why have enemies when you can have friends like us? I think I said
Shout
that
out.
several times on Sunday.
Shout out to Glowstick over here.
Yeah, don't get too warm. This room's heating up for
Fucking,
sure.
fucking lava lamp. Turn the lights down.
Yeah.
Actually, we don't have any lights on. Scotty's our light source tonight. Just on quick note on Atlanta, Michael Penix is now out for the season.
Yeah, is it
Yes.
ACL, yeah?
No bone bruise.
Yeah.
On the knee that was the bad knee from college.
So we'll have
I
Kirk Cousins.
I heard on a podcast that this
Mhm.
is his, in the 8 years that he's been playing football with college and pros, this is his 4th season ending injury in 8 years.
Yes.
Mm.
And that was a bit of the knock coming in as well.
That's a pretty diabolical stat.
Yeah.
Mm,
And so Kirk Cousins will have the reins there. Kirk Cousins was not good in this game
No.
at all.
No.
So he's going to take
he's
control.
gone back to the check down king to save his stats.
Atlanta are going to fall off a cliff. In this
And
back-
well, one thing to look
They're
forward to
3-7. So
with their record and their pick,
oh my God.
they'll be looking to reload next year with maybe another quarterback that the Rams will draft.
yeah, it's
oh, wow.
bad, man. The Rams are going to have a top 10 pick.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
3-7.
Yeah.
I said that on draft night, and it's going to be worse than a top 10 pick.
Yeah.
It could be a top 6 pick.
Currently, it's pick 8. It's pick 8.
Yeah.
I actually think the issues started with Atlanta when they took that top 10 pick and got Penix. Not that he's been bad. This is not a player jab
Yeah.
because I think from what I've seen for Penix, he has the potential to end up being okay, right? I don't just to say he's a shit player. He's not a shit player. He's a fine player. But giving Kirk Cousins all that money and then drafting Penix and then the following year trading away your first round pick, it's almost like, you reap what you sow a
Yeah,
little
you
bit.
kind of deserve it.
And they backed themselves into a corner and they hoped it would work out. And they were probably one of the only they thought they were in a window.
They really just hold themselves into a no-win situation
Mhm.
every chance they get.
100%.
And Raheem Morris
He's in trouble.
is hot seat.
Yeah, I if I was a
Out of
betting
10,
man
what
right
would you
now,
give him?
3.
3 out of 10.
As in his coaching
No,
ability.
no, no. As in
Oh,
like,
how
no, no,
hot it is?
Yeah, how hot it is. I'm like 7.
Yeah, 7. I
Nah.
went the other way around.
No, he'll be fired at the end of the year.
I don't think he'll last next year.
He'll be fired.
I don't know if he gets fired this year, but Jesus Christ, you don't want to be sitting
In
there.
fairness, he's defensive guy. Defense has been good.
And they have turned around from a dog shit defense to a passable defense.
But as we've said before,
It don't
the
matter.
head coach doesn't get graded by how good his side of the ball does.
Yep.
They get graded by the entire team.
It's, it's wins and losses, mate.
And
That's it.
I can guarantee you, Arthur Blank, the owner, is going to be sitting there going, I traded a first round pick. I got him these rushes. I got him Penix. I got him Kirk Cousins. I've given him he's got Kyle Pitts, Drake London's
paid all this money.
slowly turning into one of the best receivers in the NFL. I got him Mooney. I got him Bijan, and he's not making it happen.
Yep.
In the organization have put enough in his hands to be.
do you know
successful.
why they failed him? Because they didn't put anything into the D tackle and offensive line positions.
Well, in fairness, I know they've got Matthews, but they've got
But Matthews'
the right
pick
guard
is
whose name I'm forgetting. Why should I forget? The right guard's really good.
Yeah.
And then McGrady is a first round pick who's been injured.
They also lost their right tackle at the start of the year.
That's Caleb McGrady. He's
Yeah.
been hurt. He was a first round pick. So I think that they're going to very easily find a way to blame Raheem Morris for this. And there's not going to be many arguments to protect him.
No.
And it'll be his second time fired. He's going to be a great DC for a lot of teams or one team or whatever. He's going to be a good DC in the NFL for a long time. But
He's good friends with Sean McVay, I think.
he is very,
Yeah,
I think that's where he was last year. I think that's where
Well,
the
He'll
year before.
He'll probably just go back.
I think is it Pula? Their DC will probably stay one more year and he'll be head coach. If I'm Miami, I am doing everything I can to get him at Miami
As a DC.
as a DC.
Not a bad shout at all.
You've got the head coach as an offensive guru, and we've seen this formula, which I think is the best formula in football, where you get a failed coach on the other side of the ball
Mhm.
to where your head coach is.
Yep.
Spags, Fangio, just to name a few. Flores, these guys.
Flores is a great call. Yep.
These guys, and you just go, you do that. You just worry about these 30 players, and you just do that. You don't think about anything else. You're up at 11 o'clock at night being a mad scientist, scheming up all this stuff.
Yep.
You don't worry about anything else.
Yep.
If I'm
Very
Miami and you want to get off the cellar, do that.
It's a great
Yeah.
point, man. It's a really good recipe for success. I agree.
Good coordinators. I think more of them should not become head coaches.
Problem is that carrot,
And-
and it's the status,
And there's 1 to 32 jobs.
I was just about to say it's only 32 jobs.
and it's the status
In the world.
The rarity makes it high status.
Well, you don't
And-
know when your chance is going to be. Like we talk about Shoddy. Shoddy was that hot shot offensive coordinator.
Mhm.
Didn't take the job. This isn't like the 2012 to 2015 range.
Yep.
Didn't take the job and then got his first opportunity 10 years later. So sometimes it doesn't, like your timing doesn't work out.
On the other side of that is, though, that now it looks like we'll talk about him later, but it looks like it's working out for him in terms of being a head coach.
Yeah, 'cause
so
he's
maybe
got that
sometimes
experience
waiting
under his
and
belt.
helps as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, perhaps. But also
But he might have also
waiting-
been good at it too back then. We don't know.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think also if you're a head coach and you get fired and then you go and be a great coordinator again, I do think an opportunity will come up again for you.
Of course.
Yeah.
So I
course.
don't hate on the idea of just taking a chance when you got it, because then you might be a Ben Johnson as well, where it just works out straight away for you almost.
Yeah.
You know. All right, let's get to the LA Chargers at the Jacksonville Jaguars.
This game is interesting, A, because of the result, but B, because of the playoff implications that this game
Yeah.
has.
I
Yeah.
think it's just interesting because I think we all picked Jags, didn't we? All picked Chargers. Sorry.
Yeah, I thought the Jags could have kept it really close to the turnovers and the pressure.
Yeah, you
I
did say that.
I didn't predict that they would win, though.
So I've got a fun fact on the Chargers, but shouldn't be a secret to anyone if you watch them play. Their offensive line, and whatever you think of Pro Football Focus or not, whatever, it's a datum you can use. Every one of their starting 5 offensive linemen on the weekend are the worst rated player on Pro Football Focus at their position.
Wow. That's fucking diabolical. Really? Jesus Christ.
And then you wonder why Herbert has no chance.
Yeah.
It's, he was only sacked. I think they sacked him 4 times, maybe. So he was sacked 3 times only.
And the pick as
But
well.
the pressure
Yeah.
was immense. I watched this game and I don't think I can maybe count on one hand how many times he had a clean, easy pocket that he could just sit there and
Well, it
deliver. a
tells you
throw.
that he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league and he completed 10 passes. Like, that tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah, they massacred him. This was a masterclass by their defense. And then, as we've said about Jacksonville, when they generate turnovers, they score.
And they're an opportunistic defense.
Yep.
And they took full advantage of the turnstiles up front, and yeah, it's another
That's a good win for them because and it's a bad win for the Chargers too because
Bad loss, man.
bad loss
Yeah.
for the Chargers
Yeah.
because of obviously in their division. It looks like the Broncos have taken Toronto, which we'll get to.
Yep.
But it's a good win for Jacksonville because they've got the tiebreaker now on the Chargers.
Yep.
For the wild card spot, and now they've got the tiebreaker against the Chiefs
Mhm.
as
Yep.
well. So they squeeze out another couple of wins like
I
this.
think the Jags 3 wins. They beat another playoff team. Didn't they beat Denver?
I don't know. We'll have to look it up.
I forgot who they
they
beat.
beat the 49ers, but that's
Yeah,
not
I'll
in
see if I
But
conference.
this has got, especially for a wild card spot, this has got big playoff implications.
So they've beaten the Texans, the 49ers, the Chiefs, the Raiders, and the Chargers.
And the Raiders again. In
so-
week one.
Yeah, but that's- yeah.
No, then the Panthers in week 1.
Panthers, sorry.
So
Panthers,
5 of their wins are on teams with winning records.
Yeah.
That shows that they've got something.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
something there.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, they're going to be the 7th seed and the Chiefs are going to be
And they had that
second. We'll get to
monster collapse against the Chiefs 2 weeks ago as well.
Yeah, and they
They
won.
were up by 2.5 scores.
Oh, against the Texans. Sorry.
Texans,
yeah,
sorry.
you're
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
You're right. So
They should have won that game. You're right.
Yeah.
They should have. Yes, but they
There's-
didn't. But
there's something there at the moment. But we've said this for a few weeks now. The Chargers bob up and they get a good win here and there, and they bank some early. But I just feel like
it's a rudderless boat.
they
right
were
now.
Super Bowl contenders, and through almost no fault of their own, it's just fallen
the
apart.
whole offensive line
But-
decimated by injuries. Like, what do you expect?
Yeah, it's disappointing. If you're a Chargers fan, I'm sure it's much more disappointing. But I guess the good news is for the Chargers, you get your 2 All-Pro tackles healthy next year. They're still young. You've still got a young Herbert. You've still got young Quentin Johnson, who's a really great story over the last year. He came on a bit more, and then this year he's really developing.
You got Hampton, the back who you took in the
He's,
Yeah,
I
you
think he's
got
coming back
Hampton
off IR next week, which changes them a little bit
Yeah,
offensively.
so I think they'll make the playoffs. The Chargers, I think they'll squeak their way in, but I can't see them. I can't see them winning 2 playoff games. I can see them squeaking through a wild card round with a big game, but
I don't know.
it's tough though. This
I don't
offensive
know.
line, it's almost
I
impossible.
don't know how with all those injuries. I don't see it.
yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah, and it said everyone has injuries. Not many teams. If you take 2 All-Pro players off any team in the NFL, they're going to struggle.
Yeah.
And then if you quantify it that they're both the same position, which
Yeah.
is arguably the most important position outside a quarterback on an NFL team, is your tackles.
Yep.
Fair.
And you lose 2 All-Pro guys there, this is what happens. So it sucks,
Yeah.
but it's a reality of the situation.
That's football.
That's
So
ball.
shout out to Jags, good win, and yeah, it keeps the division alive, and yeah, the
Not only good, like
wild card alive.
dominant win.
Yeah.
Like I
It
thought
was,
I
yeah.
thought if they were going to win, it'd be close. This
Yeah.
was just it was over. Like they had no chance. So well done to the Jags. They
Do-
are
do-
fighting their guts out.
Do you feel any differently about the Jags? Because I had them not as a playoff team before this week.
No, I do because if you look at the quality of their opponents that they've beaten,
Yep.
they're good enough to be a playoff team.
I
They're
think
good
so
enough to be a
too.
wild card team.
I think so too.
Yeah.
But I don't feel any different in terms of their playoff endeavors, if that makes sense. I don't think they're going
No,
to run.
I
They're
don't
not going to
think-
run the table and win the Super
Fine,
Bowl.
but you say it all the time. Just get to the dance.
100%. And I think they will do that.
Yeah.
I think that they
Good for them.
should. They
good
should.
good for Liam Cohen.
Yeah, 100%. And good for Lawrence.
Yep.
I know he hasn't been amazing this year, but it's a new scheme and he's winning. And that's part of it,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
All right, let's go to Chicago at Minnesota. They keep winning and the NFC North is wide
9.
open. There's what?
9.
9. Oh, yeah. 9 was
Please stop with that garbage. I can't listen to that
He-
anymore.
He brought it upon himself.
he made one good throw in this game, which was a touchdown throw.
And,
Other than that,
did everyone see it? Oh my God, was that all over anything NFL?
it's like they're trying to like gaslight us
This is
into
my
making things he's
issue
good.
with him.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, but he doesn't control that. Your issue's not with him. Your issue's with the media.
I've got a lot of issues. He
we can tell.
Now we're getting
One-
into it.
one-
George, hop up the couch. Scotty wants to lay down and have a
One of
chat.
them is your lack of
Quickly, I'll go shave my head in Dr. Phil and we'll do this properly.
Oh please, I cannot
That's
wait.
coming too, by the way.
Hey, how dare you? Yes, it is.
No, but like I know the circumstances around him, like they've put him up on this pedestal, but it's almost like the Shador thing. He just always just puts a little bit of gasoline on the fire
Yeah.
where you don't need to.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And-
he's also a young guy who's finding his way too.
Yeah,
so-
cool, but he's in the spotlight with his job, so you got to be. He should be
Do
media
you know what I
trained
think
from
he
high
looks,
school.
Do you know what I think he looks like right now with his behavior and the stuff he's saying? He's desperate.
Yeah, potentially.
I think, as a full-grown man that he is, he understands pretty fully the predicament he's in now. And it's not all his fault. I'm not saying it's all his fault, but if his own coach from college, Harbrow, was like, nah, I'm good, who let him throw 10 times in the national championship game, and then
He hardly threw 10 times for a season.
that's what I mean. I think most people knew this was coming. And again, there's time. He can develop. I'm not saying it's over for him. And the fact that where Minnesota have backed themselves in with him, they're stuck with him now. They've got no other options.
Problem is, I was watching the game and I was thinking about this while I was watching the game. I just think that he's a bad scheme fit for
Kevin O'Connell.
O'Connell.
So is there a scheme we can put him in where he doesn't throw the ball?
Well, because
That's the scheme he needs, which doesn't exist.
Well, no, because this is the thing. Because I was thinking about this while I was watching this game. Shut up, idiot.
That was a good jab. Good jab.